good afternoon, Ralph. Firstly, just your thoughts on the defeat.
After a very good start, we conceded a goal. We can discuss about the foul there. For me, it was a clear one, but it's not really interesting what I think. More important what the referee thought, and he thought it's not a foul. And we can still defend it, but they didn't do it then after this. Didn't really affect our game, but yes, in the end, when you concede 2 goals like we did today, then it is an effect for the game. And we had a fantastic first half where we normally, must kill them. Not dominating only is not enough against a team that was finding their rhythm. We must score more than only once. And finally, it was clear that the longer the game goes, and it's an open game, that with the crowd and the energy that is with the new manager, is normal that they then try to set you on the back foot, and then you have to play and take a point and make the draw. And this is what I must say. I'm very disappointed about the second goal, how we conceded this from the set piece, because Ronald didn't have a lot of chances, to be honest. And then you concede 2 goals like this, then you have it difficult in a away game to take something. And if deserved or not, then they win it. And this is very disappointing for us.
Was it almost like watching your team play sort of 6 weeks ago, where they dominate games, have so many chances, and end up conceding just goals that they shouldn't be conceding? And the run you've just had, you've not played that way. It's been different. You've been positive, and again today just wasted chances.
Yeah. But this is something that is the most difficult one. After being dominated, there's also changes in the good result. This is the most difficult one. You can come to chances, you can play well, technically everything okay. From the effort also. You could also see that a few players haven't reached the highest level today because of traveling with the national team or whatever. A little bit lack of power in the last minutes, and also the subs didn't have the effect that I wanted today, to be honest. So the whole performance was not good enough to win against a team that is coming back after an early goal they conceded. And it's Premier League. It's always tough, and we have to see that we have to do it better.
You mentioned your subs there. They didn't add much to the game. Can you just explain your thought process when you were making those changes?
At that moment where I brought Broja, I think we had we were getting a little bit more space for counterattacks. I hope that he, with his speed, can give us a little bit of this quality. Inviting them a little bit to play with a back 5 was also an idea. Then we had normally more control for the game suddenly again with a back 5. But when you then concede a goal from a set piece like this is very, very, very disappointing, because I didn't see a lot of chances for them a part of this.
And just finally, from in the second half, did your team run out of ideas? Dean Smith obviously changed his formation at half time, and it looked like KWP and Tino were no longer outlets down the wings, and that seemed to keep Southampton quite narrow, and he just didn't respond to that. Yeah,
this is why we tried then to bring them high on the highest line, and this was the answer. But the answer only well helps when you then also have in the box guys. They do something with the balls that are coming in. We had a big chance with Theo in the end to make the equalizer. This is the way we wanted to do it, but you have to score there in this situation, and they didn't, and then you lose this game.
Thank you, Ralph.
Okay, Tom Leach.
Hi, Ralph. Commiserations today. No Stuart Armstrong or Musa Djenepo today. Apologies if you've already told the TV guys this, but what's the situation with them? Is it injuries?
Stuart has a calf injury. Musa has private problems, and Reddy was out because he became a father, and this was the reason.
Any indication yet how serious they are, and how recently were they picked up? How long did you get to rethink your plan today with those injuries? Were they late injuries in the week?
Reddy was yesterday, where we heard that he's not a part of the team, and Stewie also. Yeah.
Okay, just on Ibra, if I can, started in a different role for you today. How do you feel he got on in that role, and what was it that made you trust him in that role today and not maybe some of the more attacking options that you had on the bench?
Because I think it was important in the first half to have against the ball a player who wins a lot of balls in the counter pressing around the box, who is not immediately going in the box I think he did it well. To be honest, first half was good. Yes, definitely is not his best position. Yes, on the 6 he feels more comfortable. But we controlled the game very well without finding the way to score. It's always the hardest way to score when the opponent is organized in the defense and you have to play through the lines. This is for every team difficult. And then you need a situation like our first goal, but then you need to be longer with one up, and then it's easier, I think. But the equalizer immediately killed the plan then, and yeah, when it is. And we had the biggest chance. I think this was just before the halftime where we had a ball win. These are the easier and the better chances because there are more 100% goal chances, and Jay didn't score perfect, and so this was the issue. Yeah.
You mentioned that big chance for Che, but one of the big positives today, I guess, if we're going to find one, is his goal. 5 goals in 6 games for him now. He's on a real run, isn't he? Which is really promising.
Yeah, was also then in the end a little bit tired because he played during the week, and this is then the reason why we subbed him. But I'm happy that he scores. Yeah.
Okay, Ralph. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Rob Moore.
Ralph, thanks for your time. At what stage do you start looking over your shoulder and worry about the teams behind you closing the gap?
This is not surprising when you don't win and when the teams behind you come closer. This is normal, but we know that we have a battle for the whole year. I think it was possible today to take the 3 points. We had a very good start and everything was going our direction. But yeah, Premier League winning games is more than only half playing well. So we must step up and learn and get better in the future.
You play Liverpool next weekend. What sort of challenge do you expect you'll bring at Anfield?
Not an easy one.
I mean, you said there was a lack of energy in the last closing stages because of your players on international break. Is that something they can recapture after a week of training and recovery?
A normal week. This is never a disadvantage. Liverpool plays during the week, but a top team, and we have to prepare good. We have to find the right team for competing against them, and this is what we need to do.
Just finally, I mean, Dean Smith, crowd were up, new manager. What do you make of the job that he's got at Norwich? Do you think he'll be the right fit for this club?
Our chances to stay in the league like we have, and with a good start that he had now, everything is possible.